Well, I have a question for you now. What would you do if you were surrounded by chocolate on a daily basis? I probably should be asking, how would you cope? Well, that is the case for one West Cork woman whose love of chocolate inspired her to set up her own handmade chocolate business. Maria Malarkey has her story.
Thanks to the Mayans and Aztecs, chocolate has been enjoyed for the past 2 millennia. It's a divine treat that never ceases to impress our senses. And Isabel O'Donovan is fortunate enough to work with chocolate on a daily basis. Issie's Handmade Chocolate is a unique, home-based chocolate-making boutique business. There are no machines used in making them, and every bar is made from start to finish by Issie herself, who is a self-confessed chocoholic.
I love working with chocolate because it's delicious anyway for a start, and all women love chocolate and the smell is divine. But I suppose primarily as well from a product point of view, it does have a very long shelf life depending on the extra ingredients you add in, cream, butter, etc. I had a clothes shop downtown in Castletownbere. I had it for a good few years, but sadly with the recession, sales went very, very quiet. It was very hard to keep going. It clearly wasn't viable, so I had to make a very hard decision and I had to close it down. So when I finished with that, I really wanted to continue working, but I had to think of something that I could do in a rural area that would fit in with our family lifestyle. Obviously the shop at the time wasn't going to be a suitable location for making the chocolate, so I contacted my local health and safety authority and I asked them would they come up to visit me at home and we could maybe go through the requirements that were necessary for me to certify my kitchen for making a certain amount of product at home. So they came up, they did their inspection and everything was fine. They went through the legislation with me, and the kitchen is certified as a home manufacturer. So technically I'm a home manufacturer.
The ingredients sourced for Issie's handmade chocolates are individually selected by Issie from both ethical and sustainable suppliers. All of the chocolate has to be worked by hand, and the most modern piece of machinery in Issie's kitchen is a digital thermometer.
I'm obviously at home here on my own when I do it. I don't have the radio on or the telly or anything, I just totally concentrate on doing it. It's a lovely product to work with, you know. Just the smell is delicious and I always have a little taste. And as well, there's so much you can do with it, you know. I've just started out with the bars, but like there's millions of things that I can do into the future, and I suppose it's just so nice to taste. So I've been working primarily with chocolate bars because they do have quite a long shelf life, so it gives me time for wrapping, packing, making and distributing then. So it was the easiest product for me to start with initially. I really enjoy doing the deliveries because it's when I get to go out and meet the customers and the managers, and I get great feedback by talking to everybody. But I suppose it's very ironic that I actually have to walk past my old clothes shop when I'm doing the deliveries. So I suppose when I did close the shop, I never would have believed that I would be going past there in a few months' time delivering chocolate. I would love to expand the business into the future, but because I'm so new, obviously, I'm a new business, I have to make sure every step forward is in the right direction, because the whole business is just me at the moment. I can't afford to make any mistakes into the future. So yes, obviously I would like to expand. When I started making the chocolate first, my husband Dave thought it was a great idea, and he was very supportive, and he is very supportive and proud, I suppose. So he's delighted with it, and the children are thrilled to bits because Mommy always has a constant supply of chocolate in the house, and it is something different for them to be able to say in the schoolyard, "Oh, my mommy makes chocolate." A few years ago, I would never have believed that I would be working with chocolate, and I'm delighted that I have found the chocolate. I love it, I think it's brilliant, and I can't wait to continue working with it into the future.
I have to say I'd have terrible difficulty with a job like that. I can resist everything except temptation. Well, now it's time to